Hi, greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers out there. Today we're going to look at Thumper from the good old days and also VRoom KAboom. All that coming up on this week's weekly update. Welcome back fellow YouTubers. Right, this week has been a little bit of a behind the scenes sort of week. We had a lot of things that has been going on that I didn't actually broadcast out on stage because, well, I couldn't. Firstly, I mean, we went off to see the Dinosaurs coming that went in the O2 Olympia. That was great fun. Yeah.
Being separated from the herd leaves our young Brachiosaurus vulnerable to attack.
Yeah, Dinosaurs currently rummaging around the O2 arena at the moment. That was really quite awesome. We had some great news from PSVR. Over 3 million headsets sold. Yay! We are well done, guys. We are rocking it. This community is going and it's going strong. So 3 million headsets that are sold. Yay! You know what that means? There'll be more people who are paying attention to PSVR. That means more developers are going to think, oh, maybe we can get some money out of this. Maybe we'll get some more people trying to make some decent games here. I do hope that it's not just going to attract some of the the asset flippers who just want to make a quick buck out of VR, but hopefully we can, with this amount of sales that's going through, we might be able to get some serious developers trying to make some decent games for the PSVR, and we have done so far already. We've managed to get lots of decent games that are going on out there, lots and lots of games. Now, speaking of decent games, we looked at two games that came out one game that came out this week and one very old game that I've wanted for a long time. Thumper. I wanted this game ever since the PSVR came out and we played the demo disc version #1. Thumper was on that disc and I played it. I did a broadcast of it up on my channel and I absolutely loved it. I thought they called them rhythm violence or something it was, but it really kind of gets the blood pumping and it is really good with the sounds effects. You really feel hard hitting with every beat and every bounce that you make, and when like the boss comes up on top of you and you just look at that thing and you say, oh, Hibble. But yeah, Thumper is a truly excellent game, and it was sold about 2 years ago when PSVR first came out, and it's still good even today's standards. It is a rhythm-based game, so I mean, if you're not into rhythm-based games, that might not be for you. But if you're the type that is looking forward to Beat Saber for when it comes out, give this game a try to get yourselves ready for when Beat Saber comes out on PSVR. This is one of the old classics. Simple, elegant, awesome. Loved it. The next game that I want to talk about is VRoom KAboom. You can either get this as demo or download, and it comes in two versions. You've got like flat screen, or you got VR mode, and the VR mode really is quite a decent mode to play. But unfortunately, it lacks in certain key areas, especially the controller areas. On the flat screen mode, you can play it with the dual stick controller. But when you go into VR mode, you can only use the move controllers, which is a major letdown for this game, because I find that steering or controlling the vehicles with just the move controllers is tricky at best. And I find myself quite a lot of times just ramming my car into the side walls, or skidding around in circles, just because you can't control the vehicles properly. The best bet I find is just to throw all your vehicles out and let their AIs take over. Much better, much easier, and allow me to win a couple of games. But you really do need to have a certain level of interaction activity with these, i.e. scrapping some cars to get some better equipment. Or my little personal strategy I started going around with is get one of like the bikes with a magnet on it, so that you can help pick up lots of stuff much more quicker and easier. And yeah, now this game is a good game, but it sort of reminds me of another game that it is. Oh, there was another sort of tabletop game that came out. Kimber, can you tell me what that tabletop game is that where you had like two people that were playing against each other, and you just like throw vehicles at each other? That was it. Yep, that was it. It's pretty much similar on that basis, that you just have your list of vehicles and weapons, and you've got to throw them at your enemy bases, and when the enemy does the same to you, and they meet in the center and collide, they start ramming each other or blowing each other up, or using whatever way, tabletop VR general. But it's a new sort of style of gameplay, and it kind of works because it does invite some sort of level of strategic thinking to this sort of game. Well, I say strategic thinking, I just like grabbed everything I could and just thrown it out so as get there as fast as possible. And that seems to work better than actually thinking. But hey ho, I'm not a strategic mastermind. I'm sure other people out there are. It can be. Right, okay. Now, I know this isn't VR, but another thing that has been pretty much taking up a lot of my time this week. The reason I didn't broadcast this is because, as I said, it's not VR, and I don't think that you guys would really want me to be broadcasting every single game that I play. I mean, I could be playing things like Portal Knights, or Jurassic Open World, or in this case, the new version of Skyrim. As I said, most of my channel is dedicated to working on VR titles, so I kind of get lost and caught up in some of the flat screen games that's out there. It is good to look at and enjoy the vast array of PSVR games out there, but don't forget there are some great, awesome flat screen games that are out there as well. I mean, when we had Horizon, everyone was playing Horizon, wandering around the jungles, fighting metal wandering around the jungles, fighting metal dinosaurs. Got it there that time. Yeah, and lately I've gotten back into No Man's Sky. As you can see from the clip, I actually went up on my Twitch channel because there are some times when I play games on YouTube that YouTube censors it out and blocks it because the game background music is copyrighted. So therefore, although people see it, they can't download it. And I mean, most of the gameplays that I do, I normally download so that I can pull them down here in this little box for you to watch. However, unfortunately with some games you can't do that. So that's why I got my little Twitch stream channel that allows me to play games, and sometimes it doesn't notice the copyrighted music that's playing on in the background. So that allows me to then download. I can strip the audio, plunk it down here, and then upload it for you guys to see. So this week I was really stuck back in No Man's Sky. Now originally I was playing No Man's Sky, I think what was it, like 2 years ago when it came out. I was playing that. I liked the game. No one else did because it sucked. They promised so much and delivered so little. But I believed that the game was growing and it would become something marvellous in time. And now it has. And I'm like playing this and I'm thinking this is totally different game that I played 2 years ago. I had a 40 plus hour account on there, and when I was playing through with that, it felt like I was a newbie. I had to start a new count so that I can just get to grips with all the new stuff over again before hopping back onto my old account to get the language, get the Atlas pass, and also get some of all the unique tools that I had, the 24 slot tools and full infantry, and the spaceships. But yeah, whilst playing this, even with my old 40-hour account, it still felt like I was just starting out. I knew everything from when I did my 2 or 3 hour training, but it still felt like I was starting out. It was so awesome. We had I went up in space, checked out the new space station, came out. There was a signal for a cry of help, so I went to go and help them, defeated the bad guys, and the freighter pilot asked me to come aboard and said, yeah, I know we're yeah, thanks for saving us, and as a sign of gratitude we're giving you our freighter. I mean, this massive thing here that I'm standing in, that's about half the size of that planet down there, and costs several million ISKs or whatever the unit price is. You're just going to give me someone's life work. Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to command anymore. You can take it. Take it away from me. Fine, got a free freighter, straight up. Hey, cool, excellent. I've been basically base building around, checking out some of the space stations, trying some of the new planets. The planet biodomes have really improved since we last played them, and show at least something useful there. And I've been spending like hours and hours a day just immersed in this new wonderful world. And just for an example, today, before I made this video, I wanted to get some video footage up for you guys, so back onto my Twitch channel to upload just what we can do here, from like base building, flying around in the freighter, or just doing general stuff. And that took me 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours worth of gameplay of just me finding stuff to show to you guys. Okay, honestly, it was only 1 hour. It was only 1 hour of just pure finding stuff to show for you. The other 1.5 hours was me was going into creative mode and building Skybase 1, entrance to the universe and those who want to go to the center of the galaxy. Skybase 1 welcomes all. Yeah, sorry. That was just a little bit of fun that I found out with the creative mode, and yeah, and just for that, just playing around on a Sunday afternoon, or well, it was morning at the time, came afternoon later. Yeah, this is an awesome game now. I know people have condemned it, they've shut it down, they disliked it, but there's just so much going for it right now. Well, I'm sorry I talked a little bit too much about this. Oh yeah, like I said, the last other thing that we did over the week was Walking with Dinosaurs is currently doing something down at the O2 Arena up in London. And like I said, as it was my birthday last week, my missus went to take me down there, and it was quite a good little show. As you can see from down here in the corner, we've got people walking. Got the dinosaurs. That was so massive. You can see the suits from the little from the people that are in the raptor suits. You can see their legs hanging out from under them. But the suits themselves were really quite real and really quite incredibly well done. As for the other dinosaurs, they were massive. I mean, we had I think it was a Diploso. I can't even pronounce it. Thank you, Kimber. That was so tall. I was half worried that its head was going to start hitting the ceiling. I mean, you had like all these lights rigging over the top, and the dinosaur's head was almost amongst that, and that was kind of worrying. I'm sure if it went up to its full height, it probably would have knocked it over. So the actors were probably cautioned about that. And if you're not too sure how tall the O2 Arena is, I think it's something like 3 stories high. It can hold crowds. It is like an entire football arena, that thing. It is so big. But yeah, we had like T-Rexes. I'm not actually going to pronounce any of the other names because I just can't pronounce the names of some of these dinosaurs, yet alone remember them. But yeah, that was an awesome experience. Thanks very much for that. If you're watching, thanks very much. I enjoyed it. Wonderful. And yeah, and that's it for this week. Sorry, I kind of like sidestepped a little bit on the PSVR stuff, but there are always other stuff out there as well, and stuff that we enjoy. We can't always just be focused on the one thing. There is a wide and wonderful world out there that you should explore and discover. Not just keep it just to one thing. But that one thing, the PSVR community, is an awesome community, and it is growing, and we've got so much more that comes up. Now, one last thing before I go. Yeah, update on what we're doing with the channels. Now, originally, what I used to do, I used to try to do Let's Plays every day. But that was getting I was getting really too much for me, and considering there isn't that many games out in the store that I can do a different game every single day, and also my pocket was kind of crunching me on that, so I was going to say, I'm getting broke, stop playing all these games and playing them. Sorry. But yeah, some of the big games that I will still be doing, I'll be keeping them up on my main YouTube channel. The thing is, I needed a sort of break in between on the days. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, out of those days I'll do 2 days where I'll do a live stream. They could be at random. I would like to try to do a Monday and Tuesday, but that never seems to work out because I always end up spending my alone time watching Doctor Who or next manga cartoon, or just reading my manga comics, or even just playing games. But 2 days a week I will make sure I get and do some sort of live stream for you, and the other days that I am not on, if I'm not playing games or just relaxing and chilling out, I will be working on doing some new stuff with the channel. Remember, your guys are currently racing me to get to this 200 subscriber mark. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be trying to see if I can make that 200 animation for you guys. And hopefully we'll be able to get there sooner rather than later. So yes, I think that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, there's that competition. If I get 200 subscribers before I finish making my animation, then I will give away a game to one of you who can answer the contest challenge question. Yeah. So 200 subscribers. If you get there before I manage to get my animation done, then I'll do a game giveaway. And it might be interesting to see what game it'd be. What's new coming out? What's coming out very soon, Kimber? You heard it there. Firewall. That might be an idea. That might be a nice game. Okay. Yes. Firewall competition coming out. If I get to 200 subscribers before I finish my animation, I will do the Firewall giveaway for you guys. Yay. Okay. So again, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys out there.